The Moneymaker Effect. Meet the man who helped change the fortunes of poker overnight. Over the course of 1 week in May, 837 contenders had been eliminated, leaving this amateur online player going up against seasoned professional Sam Farha. And as they played heads-up Texas Hold''em, Moneymaker must have wanted the glory of winning the most prestigious prize in poker, to say nothing of the $2.5 million on offer to the winner. And regardless of Farha's starting hand, Moneymaker's 5 of diamonds and 4 of clubs did not exactly inspire confidence. But by this point, destiny was clearly calling. All in the name. Judging by his name, you might think that Chris Moneymaker was meant to have been involved with dealing in sums. And you would be right. My father is Moneymaker, and we've had a long line of males in our family tree, he says. From what I've been told, they made silver and gold coins. The name was originally Nurmaker. And when they went to England, they took the literal translation of someone that made the silver and gold coins, and it was Moneymaker. Moneymaker's love of card and table games resulted in poker becoming more of a regular occurrence in his routine. But it wasn't likely to lead to a career change, and even his partaking in an $86 satellite tournament, leading to a follow-up tournament where a seat at the famed WSOP was at stake, wasn't his pressing priority.
Moneymaker says it was a complete mistake that he even entered to try and land a place at the WSOP. I thought I was playing for cash. We got down to 5-handed and I'm actually chip leader, and I'm trying to actively get 4th place because I want the $8,000 in cash. I don't want the seat to go play in the World Series of Poker to go play against the best players in the world, because I'm just an amateur player playing with friends. I've never played against a pro in my life. And $8,000 would go a long way to paying off my bills and helping with things around the house. My goal was to win that $8 grand. And a buddy talked me into taking the seat, and that's how I got the World Series seat. And the rest is history. Like a Hollywood script, and movies are an apt metaphor, as what Moneymaker achieved was the stuff of legend, usually dreamt up by Hollywood scriptwriters. His victory even coined a phrase, the Moneymaker Effect. In essence, the rapid expansion of online poker players who, inspired by Moneymaker, competed in tournaments against experienced professionals, hoping to make serious money of their own. And never mind 839 players. In 2019, the field of 8,569 players was reportedly the second largest in WSOP history. The live WSOP was not held last year because of the coronavirus pandemic, but a return to physical action this year finds 6,650 entries, with a prize pool of more than $62 million. For a while, Moneymaker rolled back the years and went fairly deep into the 2021 tournament, eyeing a second WSOP bracelet, but eventually exiting in a respectable 260th place, netting $38,600. The bluff of the century. Certain hands have since become the stuff of legend, notably the flush, which knocked out the legendary Johnny Chan, whose own flush of hearts lost because Moneymakers included the all-conquering ace. Moneymaker dispatched the great Phil Ivey in a roller coaster of a hand, where at one point Moneymaker looked certain to win, then lose, before yet another ace got him out of trouble and sent Ivey packing. And when it was Moneymaker against Farha to decide the title, a monumentally brave bluff saw Moneymaker go all in, meaning he was essentially willing to bet his tournament life on nothing more than the high card of a king. The issue was that if his read of the situation was incorrect, Farha would have been eliminated and thus decided to fold. ESPN announcer Norman Chad described Moneymaker's move as the bluff of the century. And so to that final hand. Moneymaker's 5 of diamonds and 4 of clubs were inferior compared to Farha's Jack of hearts and 10 of diamonds, but another miracle took place when the flop of 3 community cards was revealed by the dealer. Not only did Moneymaker match his own cards with a 5 of spades and 4 of clubs to give him 2 pair, but Farha actually had top pair with the Jack on the board, which made it appear he was in a better position. This time, Farha would go all in, which was an easy call for Moneymaker. The turn card produced an 8 of diamonds, and the 5th and final river card was a 5 of hearts, to secure victory and give Moneymaker a full house in the process. "This is beyond fairy tale. It's inconceivable," exclaimed Chad. Nearly 20 years on, Moneymaker can seemingly recall every moment. "When you could see an amateur like me pull off a bluff like that, it gave everybody hope that they could do it too," he says in reference to the so-called bluff of the century. When it is put to him that his critics have said he simply got lucky, Moneymaker doesn't necessarily object, but adds one important caveat. "You can't win a poker tournament without getting lucky. That's just part of the game. But you have to put yourself in position to be lucky though, too. That's what makes the game so good. If the best player won every single time, no one would play."
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe